Hello and welcome to chapter 222 of our streaming adventure. The plan today, since we had talked last time, was that I want to try to utilize Urza Saga. Or I should say, I want to play Urza Saga more, getting myself used to it so I know, is that really what I want to focus on? And I actually wrote up something for the Swish Gaming website, but I still have to get it edited. And so that should go up soon. But speaking of Team Swish, a teammate of mine has played in a couple leagues with this, including a 5-0 yesterday. So I hijacked that list, and that is what we're going to play today. Now, I have some familiarity with the painter archetype and stuff before, and I definitely know my way around playing Urza. Now, we have Karn, but we don't have the Karn I'm used to. But I guess we are playing Turbo Karn Strux. So we shall see. Playing any of his decks is suspect. All right. Well, this is similar to the list that we had pulled out. It's called 8cast. That had, I guess this has the Lion's Eye Diamond Echo of Eons interaction, but there's no Urza here. There's not even Karn here. So this is that other version of the deck. So I feel like it's along the same lines. So it can't be that far off. You know, a couple 5-0s sharing 70 cards has to be, okay, maybe it's 64, but still. Anyway, I figure let's give it a shot. Jump into a league. See what we can do. Can I show that better? There we go. I think that displays better on the screen. No, we're getting cut off. Pile view it is. Yeah, I mean, there are quick artifact Emery synergies. Emery can bring back either half of the combo. I do wonder if it was other Karn, we could have a single Grindstone and a single Painter Servant as Silver Bullet-ish effects. But then again, if we're playing out zeros to facilitate Thoughtcast monitors as well as making sagas bigger. Looking at this closer, how many blue cards do we have? 4, 7, 14. We have 18 blue cards, which is usually on the cusp of, I don't want to say colored sources, colored cards. Like Force of Will is normally like 17. We have 19 actual lands. But let's go ahead and play that first match. Won the die roll. Hello and good luck. That's what they said. All right, so turn 1, 1, 2, 3. I mean, as long as nothing bad happens, we're going to get quick Thoughtcast. Theoretically, I play Soulguide Lantern, and then the next turn I would have 3 available to me, reducing that to 2. Yeah, we're going to keep. And just hope it works. Okay. I have a Synod. I have an Opal. I have a Soul Guide Lander. 4. I would turn that off by playing it. This costs 2. Confirmed. Pass turn. What is there once upon a time? Okay. I want to know what their avatar is. Yavimaya Cloudpost. Okay. They're staying. Now, I would love to draw that because this means. So, having played the land for the turn, Thoughtcast is a single blue. So I've already played a land for the turn, though. 4, this is reduced to 3. This is still 1. This could potentially draw a new Opal or a Petal to play Emery. Or neither. So this is currently 4. These are 3 mana 2/2 flyers. I have Force of Will if something goes wrong. I also have an Ancient Tomb next turn to play these out stronger. I could cash in Soul Guide Lantern, not necessarily turning off Opal. Maybe I'll do that end step. Because by cashing it in, I've reduced my Thought Monitors to 4 mana. They are likely to have Force of Vigor, which could be disastrous. If I let that in, yeah. I'm not saying I would have had it, but I'd have had it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, Urza, cast. Yep. Play 2. Play a Pow. Play an Urza. And a blue. Nice. Blue. Okay. Generate the token. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This costs 2. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play this. Play this. I could have done this to end with Retrofitter Foundry, though. Now I could play an Emery. I might as well. We have found our grindstone. So our opponent has Eldrazi, though, right? Of course they have Eldrazi. Are these Thopters? They're constructs. Sacrifice a Thopter. Yep. Like, I guess we could mill them to see what lands they have available to them. I'm curious, does this make it a draw? They found an Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. They're sitting back on their ability to tutor. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, we've got the Force of Wills covered. Like, we could literally start spinning. Two, 4, 6, 8. No, 2, 4, 6, 7. Make everything blue. And play new Emery. Keep that one. Okay. No discard. I just want to make sure we're not discarding. Crop rotation. I mean, I have so many forces, I might as well, right? Question would be the kind of stuff they do. Is that what this is for? Not pile. Card. Exile target artifact or creature. Give them a 4/4 token. This is probably... I mean, I guess that's probably for Null Rod. Does Cloud Post play Null Rod? Let's check. They play Leyline of the Void. They play... Well, some of them play Karn, I guess. That would be worth looking at. Into play, plays Force of Vigor. I think Force of Vigor is what I have to worry about specifically. So if I have my Force of Wills, Pithy Needle could work. I don't think I want Soul Guide Lantern. Do I want... They are Green Sun Zenith deck. I need to be able to counter and then deal with. I mean, like I said, they have Emrakul, so if it's in their hand, I lose the ability to grindstone stuff, so maybe I just trim down on that. Bring in this resculpt for when it works. Try that. Turns my artifacts in. I did not think of that, using it on myself. That's legit. Okay, so they're keeping 7. Turn 1, no way to generate mana. These cost 6. Theoretically, I would have to hit one more artifact to start playing Karns. I'm going to get one draw step. But I currently cannot generate blue mana at all. I do not like that. So let's mulligan. Okay. Land, Retrofitter Foundry, Mox Opal. We already have blue. I'll keep this. And of this, get rid of Force for now. I'm not so worried about what they can do. Like, I need it for Force of Vigor, but basic. Cloud Pose. Well, see, now I wonder... I don't have the Lion's Eye Diamond to draw it, though, for the kill. That's too bad. Is that what I was supposed to bring Surgical in for, so that I can put the trigger on the stack? One, two, three, 4 makes this cost 3. I can just play a Thought Monitor. Are these artifacts? I already played my land. I don't have to run out the pedal, so I will not. I mean, it's not terrible to think Carpet of Flowers will do things for you. I mean, it's neutral here. I just would be mindful of not adding any more. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, obviously they would have kept in the Emrakul, right? alternately 1, 2, 3, 4. I play a Saga. I make a Karn. I can just go aggro. Or do I need to be able to keep up milling? I'm looking at how they have paused at some points. Does that mean that they have a Force of Vigor? I mean, I don't know what I'm necessarily afraid of. Like, why I could have painted them. Why not just painter them? Maybe that's something I will learn. When in doubt, painter. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 mana available to them. And that is the land they had. They could have a Primeval Titan. What would be interesting is I wait for them to put Emrakul in hand, and then I take all their cards away. Let's try this one. I got a little bit of spinning. Okay, blue. Blue. Is that one okay? So I looked at a list, and it showed that they had some Eldrazi. Hear me out. You're not an artifact, though. Okay, they had two different ones. Let's look at everything. Get a quick screenshot of that. Okay. They get the double shuffle. Oh, I can't generate a saga now. I messed that up. I think I took the lantern out. I did. I did take the lantern out. Thinking, why do I need that? Not thinking, why do I need that? Yeah, it's my own fault. I like the fact that I have multiple 10/10s. Thank you. My friend got me them, so I put them on. They're mainly for yard work, but they are $5, and I am nothing if not thrifty. All right, they're going to gain some life. Primarily yard work, but yes, also flexing on stream. Yeah, like that's the thing is like you do yard work, stuff's gonna get dirty, stuff's gonna get ripped, stuff's gonna get worn down, and it's like, oh, I would pay $5 up front just to make sure, isn't a thing. There's some quality reminder text. Island forest, island is blue. Let's see what else they got. They have pithing needle, Caracas, tabernacle, glacial chasm. So glacial chasm is available to them. Crozen grip, no response. I assume that means they're going to attack. Where are you attacking? They could go get. Do they have Ulamog? They do have Ulamog. Okay, they gain some life. Take it. Post combat. 19 mana. Did they naturally draw? No, they can. They have 19. They spend 7 of it. 19, spend 7 of it means I have 12. I cannot play Emrakul. I like it. That was close. Green Sun. You can Green Sun for 6. I think if I had properly sideboarded, I don't think this would have been an issue. I think that's probably the big thing. No, like, they could just... Yeah, they went for Glacial Chasm. With Glacial Chasm, they're not going to die. And then they can afford to... Okay, so... Let's see, what do I have in here? See, they're going to go Tutor. Okay. So then they let Glacial Chasm go. Well, they have two different Eldrazi. The question is, do I have a way to deal with the other? I would have another way, but I took it out of my deck. Oh, they can't tutor for a colorless creature! Got him! No colorless creatures for you, sir. I mean, that's exactly how I planned it. Yep. 100%. What else they got? I might as well get a second grindstone. It's the same as getting a lotus petal, and then I can like respond and mill them. I think. Yeah, might as well. Okay, I've drawn for the turn. It is another Urza Saga. What is this? Reveal some cards. Reveal a Thought Cast or a Mishra's Bauble. I get a Mishra's Bauble. Play a Mishra's Bauble. I mean, I could spin Urza. They're drawing Cavern of Souls. Good to know. I was trying to draw Force of Will. All right, you're going to pay your upkeep. They did. Dark Depths. Well, I got blockers for that. Like, I'm sure there's more shenanigans I can be doing. It's just, it doesn't feel worth it. Take this one. Make them use Thespian Stage. Just do Eye of Ugin to be safe. So I can't currently attack, but no, I think we need to save to be able to generate Thopters if needed. That will be my plan. They're drawing a Thespian stage. Okay. I mean, that is a card. It's not very good against. I guess that's something I should have thought about. The 400 mana deck, Flusterstorm, not so hot. That sacrifices. I should have sacrificed the other servo. Are you going to copy my Urza Saga? Draw 2. Exile target artifact or creature. I can't wait to resculpt this Merit Lage. I gotta pay attention to my clock, though. That's the big thing. See, I'm being cute, but I just need to, like, kind of let them run the clock. Overall, things are pretty good. That's going to be annoying. Tabernacle. I'm going to draw a Pithing Needle. Yeah, I'm going to time out just from having to click all these things. This is awesome. Honestly, I feel like I should just go to the last game and try to kill them quickly. I feel like that makes more sense than just wasting time, but I'm going to try to do that. Like, I feel like that is winnable, but instead of trying to, let's get the surgicals. Flusterstorms out for the surgicals. just because of the milling aspect. And if I don't know, do I keep the painter's servant stuff, or do I get? I could soul guide lantern. That is true. Maybe that's what I need to be playing. Just turn all their stuff, and then kill that. All right. So let's bring in these other resculpts. What if we did this? If we did this, now we have Hydroblasts and Blue Elemental Blasts. I still like the idea of Lantern. Is Pithy Needlework? Is Retrofitter Foundry worth it? It can make flyers to block 2020. Just thinking out loud. If I went full everything, then I would be cut 4 cards from this. But this is also not having Force of Will in the deck. I'm going to be on the play. One, two, 1, 2, 3. No. Oh, I was like, look at this hand. This hand doesn't have any mana in it, unfortunately. I have to mulligan that. 1, 2, 3. Pass turn. So the plan is, sure. I can get a grindstone off that. Let me have a Mox Opal, please. Cast this. I have 3. I don't know, we're spinning here. Elvish Reclaimer. Pass turn. Will I have the mana to... I could Lotus Petal, bring back Lotus Petal. Carpet of Flowers, sure. Just won't play an island. Caracas is annoying. Pithy Needle resolves. Urza Saga. Yep. They're drawing a Primeval Titan. Okay. Mishra's Bobble, play Mishra's Bobble. And pass turn. Do I have a way to kill the Pithy Needle? I think I took him out. I'm trying to play a little faster. I think I have wasted time I didn't necessarily need to waste. Okay. So we know Pithy Needle is coming. Endurance, okay. Alt cast with a Primeval Titan we knew about. Sure. They've done 2 cards in hand. Yes, please. Ugh. A lot of stacking abilities. We will get Soul Guide Lantern. Nature Endurance. Try to play an Emery, have it spin on me. Keep this one. What did I get? Anything? Mox Opal? Do I even want that? Not terribly. I'm trying to. Too many triggers. Let's see if they pay to keep their guy around. It's an interesting one to use. I would have to get... That ain't great. Okay. Doot, doot, doot. Yes, please. Oh, got a grindstone. So we would need to bobble them. drawing expedition map. Yes, please. Painter Servant, nice. Yeah, we ran out of time. So, having run out of time, should I really have spent more in that second game, or the reality is, did I waste too much time? I think the reality is I wasted too much time in the first game. That this is one of the things I have when I'm learning a deck for the first time. But oh, look at this. I get to do this like a farmer. I get to put my hands right here. I feel like that's going to come with learning to play the deck, getting to see the lines, getting to see the combos, knowing better than to side out your graveyard hate against the Eldrazi matchup, right? Those are things I think I should learn pretty quick. Like here, 2, 1, 1, 1 mana that. This is blue mana away from feeling pretty good. How much blue mana? How many blue mana sources do I have? 3, 7, 10, 14-ish. I was having a lot of spinning. Urzasaga can be good. 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. That one. So, Brainstorm. I'll allow it. End step Brainstorm. Yep. Misty Rainforest could still be Delver. That's true. Would you trade a match loss to learn things about your deck? In testing, yes. During a tournament, probably not. Mishra's Bauble. That makes me expect this to be like blue-red, Delver, etc. The fact that they are doing Dragon's Rage Channeler. So they just saw a card off the top of my library. They saw that Urza Saga was coming for them. Okay. Well, let's play an Urza Saga. Now, is there anything I can do off 1? If I had a Lotus Petal out, I would be able to reduce this to 4 with only 3 mana available. That sounds terrible. So it does not appear anything is worth doing yet. So we'll pass through. Expressive Iteration. Expected this coming into the third turn. Is this something worth fighting over? They already have 6 cards, so they're going to draw one and have to play one. I think we let it happen. Theoretically, if I were going to throw something away, I think you throw away Thought Monitor first, since it's further away from Thoughtcast. What I mean is, you're paying 2 colorless for the body. Okay, that sucks. So maybe that was a reason. As I say, I would expect them to pull the trigger. They're definitely playing slow, though. I would expect some things to be coming a little bit faster from them. Took another peek at what I got going on. And they knew I had Ancient Tomb. Well, if I play Ancient Tomb, this would let me Karn right now. We'll be fighting... They could have Days. I expect they have Days. We'll see if they Daze first. So is that a reason? That is a reason I should have just played the Saga first, right? Should have taken it slower. Should have played Daze. Force pitching Delver. Sure. They have yet to deploy... Okay, I was going to say, they've yet to actually deploy something worth caring about. Let's get this going, hopefully. Theoretically, I can start generating constructs. Then again, they might... 1, 2... As long as it doesn't get wasted again, I should say. The Citadel makes it at least a 2/2. We know they at least have a land drop because of the volcanic they picked up. Yep. There's many things they could do here, ponder, etc. Or that. Yeah, 2 swings from a 7/7 is a little brutal. Well, okay, this guy got shrunk. So, I need to use all of it just to make a 2/2. If they could get back in the air. So this is reducing 1. That would reduce 2. That makes it 3 mana. Can't even cast it. Making servos costs 3. Maybe it was worth getting it in while I could. It actually kind of sucks that I don't get to get the Retrofitter Foundry from it. So they'll Surveyor first, finding creature. Sorcery gets them back into the air, so this is 10. So Retrofitter, powering up. Then they found Wasteland anyway, which takes me off the ability to... So 3 Wastelands. 10 puts me at 4. Then literally just attacking should do the rest. Retrofitter, blue. We've already played our land. Yeah. All right. So the fact I don't have Wasteland, that's something that Pithy Needle could do. Soul Guide Lantern will do work against the Murktides and stuff of the world. Obviously, Hydro, Blue Elemental Blast, and both Hydro Blasts. Now, what I'm curious about is for... In the case of Murktide Regent, would I rather... Like we saw, 7/7 gets out of Dismember range, but is it worth trying to knock it down? Or I should say, turn it into a 4/4, and then once it's a 4/4 on the ground, I am bigger than it via construct type stuff. And Blue-Red Delver plays Null Rod or no? Blue-Red Delver. This list, no Null Rods, but Pyroblasts, a Braid. Okay. So I can see Retrofitter Foundering making servos and then servos into Thopters. Thopters can block Murktide forever, theoretically. I feel like Force of Will maybe is less. I can't imagine Lifelink is worthwhile. I'm just thinking the disadvantage of Force of Will there. Soul Guide Lantern has value. They will have Surgical, theoretically. I think I'll turn my Force into a Flusterstorm. I'll try that. 1 the die roll. Okay. Turn 1. Urza. So I'm looking at this as turn 1, Painter. Turn 2, draw a land, play Opal, play 1 for Grindstone, mill 'em. I never said it was great. They mulliganed. I'm sure they're on like turbo. Fight over this. Force of Will. Just kidding. Do you have Bolt? Nope, Flight of Stream. Still could have Bolt. Yep, Ponder. Ponder for them is a not shuffle. Okay. One, two. I mean, you might as well go for it, right? I'll keep this one. I'll target you. I'll attack. Got him. That's not bad. All right. What would they have brought in? We saw Days, Ragavan. What did they sideboard anything for us? Unholy Heat? A Braid. A Braid makes sense. Things will be different with them on the play. But I don't know, that game was pretty friggin' sweet. They had I thought I saw Hydroblast. I thought I saw Pyroblast. Okay. No, cheeky. So, therefore, I think I do want Resculpt. Just because we saw the Null Rod. We know they have Murktides, and it's a way to deal with Murktide. I did only see one Null Rod there, though, while I was looking. I'm not sold on Retrofitter Foundry in general, but I think I would rather have these 1-drops available to me. I gotta take 2 cards out. I did not see Surgical, but then again, with the color shifted, it's hard to have the card stand out. I think I'm going to cut an Urza. On the draw, would I rather have something like Force? No, I just need to be mindful and play better. I'm going to cut the retro. As soon as I cut the Retrofitter Foundry, I'm going to feel bad about it, so I could cut a Thought Monitor. Just 6 mana spell. 7 mana spell, but scaling down. We'll try that. That's the big thing. A lot of times my this is my, I wonder what we could do by playing a lot of bad card or making bad decisions as I try to mulligan. Okay, so double Emery, but no blue mana. I don't think this is a key. Turn 1. But then you've now lost that. And you're relying on... Where am I going to get the third artifact from? Rely on Urza Saga to give me the third artifact? These are not reliable petals, unfortunately. Okay. So, got all the mana in the world right now. Show me what you got. Okay, are they going to attack into my servo? That'd be kind of sweet. I mean, I doubt it. Would I trade a Lotus Petal? I turn off. I have to say no here because I'm just thinking ahead to getting wastelanded. Like, they're asking me to pull the trigger here. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to have the mana source for Urza Saga. Paying costs. Dragon Rage Channeler, sure. They chose to keep the card, so it probably flips Delver. So maybe it doesn't flip Delver. That one feels weird. So I would really like to draw a mana source or a Mishra's Bauble. One, two, three, four. I could spin that into Grindstone. Theoretically, Bauble would be better there, I think. Because what they knew they had, they threw it away. Or I should say, what they knew they had on top from the look of Dragon's Rage. See? They could have a Braid here. Paying costs. A Delver. I'm kind of surprised if they knew what was on top. Well, they kept what they wanted on top. Drawing a Brainstorm. Oh, hello there. 1, 2, 3. It's enough. We'll cast this. Maybe they daze it. We currently have Artifact Land. We know they will draw the Brainstorm. They don't know they will. Unless they're watching our stream. Thanks for watching. So like I said, we know they're drawing Brainstorm. So they're going to get Flip. And then they have the potential to... Could they make it 9 here in the air? And then it would require 2, 4... So casting the Brainstorm. They already had land, so land. At least they're only at land artifact instant. Could they find Ponder here potentially? They got a grip. There's a lot of cards over there. Okay. What do they have? This here is 7. If they have Ponder, then it's 9 in the air. Okay, it's not 9 in the air. 6 in the air, maybe. Yep. 6 followed by 9 is 15, so tapping an Ancient Tomb messes me up. I don't have a servo. I have a Scarecrow. I don't have a servo. Post-combat Ragavan. Well, it didn't have haste, so not surprising there. Close. That's not what we were looking for. If so, I could play a land, Karn, giving me another construct, but I'm now at 7, 6 in the air. It really can't be that hard to get Dragon's Rage going. I sit back on Resculpt, I have to hope that it works, but I'm also going to take 2 going to 9. I think I need to get tricky with Resculpt. Is the plan? Basically stay alive to be able to. Resculpt could take a flyer out of the air. Then I would take 3, but I would have to take 2 to do it. So I'm at 9, taking 3, I'm at 6. Still have the potential to untap and play Grindstone. I don't have Grindstone with protection, but I have at least I can play Grindstone. If I take 6, I go to 5. Alternately, I can take 5, going to 6, and resculpt them. I don't think that's worth doing. See, this takes me off being able to play Bolt or anything, though. I mean, you might as well try, right? Yep. So they have Bolt. They got me. Could I have done it differently? No, because it would be 3 into 2 to get a servo. Servo into... That would take another life. I don't think I was close enough there. Well, I can keep trying. That is part of the fun is trying. I don't want that. Learning how my cards interact, I guess, is one way of saying it. What I would wonder, is it worth having... If you're gonna play the Painter's Servant combination and stuff like that in the main, is that worth having the Hydroblast, etc. in the main? Or really, am I only bringing the Hydroblasts in when I'm against a red deck, or am I doing it against decks that can't properly fight back? I'm not sure. I mean, that's definitely part of the thing of how I'll get familiar when I've played more than 6 total games. The more games I play, the more I will understand. There we go. Match number 3. Won the die roll. Playing against Serum Visions. Wonder if they like blue cards. Okay. So... I mean, I think I'm going to keep. What do you got going on over there? Blighted Agent. So they're Infect, huh? So I am Mox Opal away from kill. You have an extra draw. I'm putting them on Infect based on Blighted Agent. I could be wrong. My plan here is to follow up with an Emery, so that Emery gives me something that can block. I mean, pretty sure what I have on board just kills them. Pass the turn. I do wonder with Grindstone, should I have Lion's Eye Diamond available to me for Emery shenanigans? At least one that could be saga'd out and sitting there waiting to do Urza tricks. Just thinking out loud. Bobble Bobble, Thought Monitor, Painter's Servant, Ancient Tomb. That is a stocked graveyard. Do you have Stifle? I bet you do. Block. Invigorate, Invigorate, Berserk. All right, we won the first one. So, I don't care about their graveyard. That could be Ink Moth Nexus. What I'm thinking, though, is would I rather... I think I want Dismember, theoretically. Dismember to try to deal with outside of combat to generically remove whatever creature they might have, because that's a way for me to fight Blightsteel Agent that I wouldn't otherwise. No, what I was saying about Resculpt, does Resculpt give me a chance? They pump their Infect, and then poof, we turn it into a 4/4. It's a thing. Hydroblasts are going to have no natural target, so it's only going to do us good in conjunction. Would we rather have Flusterstorm then? Flusterstorm can target all of the pump spells, so I feel like that could be worthwhile. And then Thought Monitor might be a clunk. And an Urza? Or a Scion? Let's say an Urza. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Technically we're at the same number. Is there anything else anti-infect that I'm missing? Would the resculpts be better? Do this, because like that's the one time I'll draw it and it'll be like so good. Sometimes you underestimate how good you can feel when you draw the one of, because sometimes you draw the one of and it feels tremendous. All right, well, we are experiencing a good amount of lag, so I think after this match I'm going to restart Magic Online. Hopefully that goes okay. But combo wins are great. All right, so there's nothing fast about this hand, and therefore, I mean, we don't even do anything fast against them. Like we would deploy an Urza Saga. They're mulliganing to 6. I guess we could counter their first play, use Urza Saga to make some creatures. While it is making creatures, I'm thinking Ancient Tomb. And then we refill with Thought Monitor? This is called today is a experimental stream. I'm experimentally wearing bib overalls. I'm experimentally trying to learn this deck. I always drink water. But it at least it has a plan now, right? If they play a thing, I force it. So I'm gonna stick with the plan. If they go for something, I force it. And what are my 1-drops? I've already forgotten what I sideboard. It's pretty sad. Hey, look, I could have this thing generating guys, but I took it out because, quote, I don't need it. We've got Pithing Needle to get. We have Pithing Needle or mana. I think Pithing Needle on... It's not Blightsteel. What's the... Inkmoth Nexus. Pithing Needle on Inkmoth Nexus could be worthwhile. We don't know that it is. Or is Force of Will supposed to stay home against Force of Vigor? I am more worried about Force of Vigor, to be perfectly honest. So then that would generate 1, 2, get a third, play a land 4, but it'll be tapped. So this guy costs 3. Although the one we could get, we could have it be Mox Opal, and then Mox Opal. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 artifacts with the ability to make 2 mana. I find this kind of interesting. We're just going to stare at each other. So that I can't block. So then maybe this you have to... Spend mana for 2. Spend mana again. I could fight the pump spells. I don't know if it's right to try to fight the pump spell instead. One, two, three, 4. Like I said, this costs 3. One, if we make it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means this costs 2. We could... Yeah, I think I've resigned myself to fighting over the pump spell. And hope they can't protect with Flusterstorm. I mean, even if they protect with Force, I'm still dead. But I want to be able to at least... See, this is bad. So now if I fight over this... It's 2/2. See, I think we're going to lose to Daze. I think we'll find out, though. I like that it was Invigorate. Maybe it shouldn't have been Seed of the Synod, because now I have no colorless sources, or no sources of color. It's the correct way to say it. Deer. Opponent is on... They have Brainstorm. I think for the most part, I just kind of have to be like, yeah, what do you got? I'm literally... It is illegal for me to block. I have 1 poison counter. Okay. So... I'll play a Dark Steel Citadel. I'll play a Grandstorm. One, two, three, four. Still can't. Magic Online, thinking hard. Although I am detecting, it says that I have dropped frames. Stream has disconnected. I don't know. I appear to still have internet access. I will attempt to find out. Do I indeed have internet access? Yes, but let's restart Magic Online. Cool. I'm sure this makes compelling stream content when your stream goes offline after being very laggy. I don't know, maybe it's exciting. What were we saying before? We're trying something new with the bibs. We're trying something new with the deck. We're trying something new with not playing on a stable connection. That's not very new. That is unstable connection. Oh, that's old reliable. Can it be old reliable if it is not stable? That's a good question. We appear to be coming back. Okay. So this is my pre-combat main phase. Declare attacks. Declare attacks, end the stream again. Declare the tax, shut down Magic Online. Beginning of combat. Oh, it shuffled my hand. Interesting. I don't believe they have blocks. They could have. They have crop rotation. See, now we're waiting on opponent, but I don't know it's necessarily their fault. They're going to berserk my creature. They could have waited until damage. I'll allow it. Yeah, they could have waited till damage. Oh, they have changed it before the combat damage step. I am incorrect. That is not how I thought it worked. Jeremy is incorrect. No blocks. Take one. Opponent is at 5. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 reduces this to 3. I'm trying to still play around days. Not that I necessarily need to play around days. Is that enough? They have force, but keep in mind their force, they had days. Their force puts them at 4, which makes construct legal. I'm going to say okay. Attack. All right, we got him. Look at us getting a match win. All right, let's try another. Actually, I am going to restart the stream just based on how the dropped frames and stuff here. So let me give that a shot. Let's try that again. It appears I have restarted. Well, I mean, I can see that I've restarted. It appears to be working. That's what I meant. So we're sitting at 1 and 2, but we're 1 and 2, but we've learned a lot. And isn't learning what we are here for? Because from what I can tell, it sure isn't winning. we do a lot more learning than winning, and I guess that's something that you could say about the stream. We're I wonder if I could tag this as educational. Who knows? Oh, got a match. Match number 4 today. Player name, that's me. All right, so how far away are we from everything? We could do what we talked about before of getting Urza Saga going with Ancient Tomb. We could kind of far away with the Thought Castles. Well, let's keep it. I don't know what he's playing, but it feels safe. Let's see what they're playing. Still having the drop frames. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Well, that makes me think they're less likely to be able to deal with this. So let's do that. And I'm pretty sure I clicked this card. As we spin and spin and spin and spin. Yeah, we are having some internet connectivity problems. Cool, cool. Pass turn. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream portion, but you'll be able to catch this later on VODs and stuff. So let's hope that works. What did we see from them? We saw Earl, that's correct. Let's Snowcoat Island. With their basics, I would like to try to power some sagas. It's going to make construct, construct. Construct, construct. If we draw an artifact land, that can follow up when I play Thoughtcast. Yep. Ponder resolves. This would be mindful of sweepers. So we know they've drawn the Earl because it was on top. They did not shuffle off Ponder. Tundra. Ponder again. They could. What's the? I can't think of the artifact. It could be a simple swords, but I was expecting the X and a white prismatic ending. Prismatic ending? We're gonna say yes. Not shuffle again. Go to end step. Sure. So now the question is, do you get I'll have two artifacts. I'll play a blue source. We can Emery from there. That'll start to I think I have mana. That's why I don't necessarily think I need to do anything more. theoretically, had I played Saga there, it would be on 1. I'd go into next turn with it on 2. They're going to force pitching a Ponder. I think that's fair. I like that I have another one. Pass turn. 2 artifacts currently. I would say he doesn't have an answer if he was so willing to. Mm-hmm. Can I get a second blue? I cannot currently get a second blue, so I might as well get another Saga going. 1, 2, this is reduced by blue. Can't get that going either. 4, so it costs 3 if I played it. So I could theoretically Thought Cast. Drawing 2. Hoping to hit blue for Emery. Or we need to find a point that he's willing to. So I have Mishra's Bauble, I have Painter's Servant. Because you can't play the lands. So we have Bauble, Servant, and Soul Guide Lantern available to be recurred. Mm-hmm. I would say they're currently banned control. They could be another color, or they're just banned. Mm. Okay, so they do have enough that could cast. Or they could Endurance me. That ain't a Jace. Could just be Jace. 3 blue and a green. I feel like it has to be Jace. Yeah. Bounce. Or just get the brainstorm. So they'll fire off the 1 brainstorm. I can Saga. See, now that gives them the ability to remove the creature, which is more powerful. Yep. Prismatic. Swords. Okay, so then now I have to draw. Can we draw a blue? That would give, if we had Seed of the Synod, that'd be 1, 2. Make 1, 3. That's not what we wanted. So then the question is, they fetched away, so whatever was there is gone. So do we just go low tech? Make the construct, swing it for 2, putting it at 1. Planning to make another one. Fuck, cast opens me up to that. I don't want that. Come on. I don't think I currently need the card. Yep. Can they hit land to be able to bring it back as well? They would have to hit fetch. So this would turn off Misty if I want it to. Do I gain anything by turning off Misty? Attack for 12. I feel like... Can I find some more zeros? I don't want to say that's why I didn't get Chrome Mox. I felt like Pithy Needle might be worthwhile. So now... Ponder's coming. Don't want the card. You go up to 8. You can block 1. You have to spend it all. So the Ponder we knew. Ponder can get him Uro. Or he now has the 5 for Uro. But that Misty Rainforest is not available to him. I don't think it matters that it's not available to him. He would have to be able to set. Yeah. Just don't punt. So theoretically could set up Terminus on top or a way to Uro, but the fact that Misty is turned off, I think, helps prevent him from getting to it. They shuffled. Yep. Okay. So I think the fact that they are Uro based. I mean, they also have Jace, but I get Pithy Needle's an answer to. It's an answer to Jace. Do Bant decks have? No, of course they do. They have the color, the prismatic ending. So Pithy Needle is not a be all end all answer. Right. Okay. I do feel Force of Will. I don't want to be fighting on this axis, if that makes sense. To have to trade down in value. So like that's the first thing I feel like I want to do. And then after that, what kind of artifacts could they have for me? Would I rather have something like Tormod's Crypt to just help manage them other than, say, Soul Guide Lantern? Painter Grindstone could get messed up with Endurance. That is true. That's worth considering. If I'm relying on the Painter Servant stuff, do I want the Hydroplasts? Theoretically. But what would I cut for them? I think we keep reliant on the value. Try to work that angle. And just let Painter Servant happen if it happens. Alright, so what is this? We chose to fight the control side and it worked out. So this would be a turn 1. If we led with Urza Saga, what does he do? It's keeping 7. So if we led with Urza Saga, turn 2, Citadel, Bobble, Opal, we can activate. Could activate again. We just kind of get Saga stuff going. This might be reasonable. So, land in Urza. Like, it depends on the amount of sweepers, I guess, they have, right? So turn 1 Saga. Turn... Wasteland from them seems bold. Four color with Wasteland. Four color with Wasteland is they're gonna like Blood Moon. It'll be funny. That's annoying to have drawn the Pithing Needle. So it's already tapped. So I'm not using that. That's a good one. Dress down, right back up into a grip of full cards. Dress down's brutal. Okay. Going after my pithy needle. So 1, 2, 3. Life from the loam. Yikes. Brainstorm, Force, Jace, Pyroblast. Uro, Terminus to Fairy. He does have endurance too. What was the card in hand? Brainstorm, Force, Jace, Pyroblast. Yep. Okay. Should I? Yeah. That's just I just missed the chance to burn Soul Guide Lantern. That's just a straight miss. Yeah, that's just a whiff. That's even worse. So let's force Jace Brainstorm. Pretty sure I screwed that up at some point. Dress down was brutal, though. I was not prepared for dress down. I think that's just obvious that I was not prepared. So now they have double Brainstorm. Actively double Brainstorm. Well, we don't actually know that for sure anymore once they Jace. Becomes in addition. Put the cards away and shuffle swords. Ha! I don't have enough mana because of that. That's brutal. I might think he doesn't need to do anything. It's hard cast force available to him. I need to position myself in a way certainly makes Emery weaker. I think I've run out of options. It would have to be like Lotus Petal, play, sack, play, sack, to somehow to be able to have Urza with Flusterstorm available to me. That's where it seems unlikely. Like, we know they still have, like, if they take out this Emery here, I don't think I'm 0%, but it's going to take away most. Emery gives me a shot with Lotus Petal. Otherwise, I can't picture how I'm doing it. If that makes sense. This guy have another Jace, sure. Like, none of this is good for me, obviously. That's the one I was worried about, yep. And now they have it there for future whatever. That part is fine. One. Two. We need one more. Felt closer than it probably should have been. So, the fact I let Uro into play, Uro getting into play was me not paying attention with my Soul Guide Lantern. I could have stopped that. That is on me. This does not seem good with Emery, but I mean, I don't think that's the way I want to stop Uro. I'm not sure Retrofitter Foundry is at all correct, and therefore artifact or creature doesn't actually hit, let's say, relevant stuff. There's a variety of things going on over there. Right? We could say that. So if I brought in these, took out that. Trample might be worthwhile in the Shadow Sphere, but let's try this. Nope. We're too far away with the thought monitors. Yikes. So, two cards back. We can put them to the test, force or no. Play a quick Scion. I mean, it'll start off as 2/2. His buddy will make them both 3/3s. They did not shuffle. Something tells me I am going to have a Hydroblast. Yep. So at some point we will be dressed down. Could be an end step dress down, setting up Uro. It's pretty good. Yep. So if I get a Mox Opal, going to time again, unfortunately. Yeah, so that card in itself does shit ton of work. 1, 2, 3. Reduces it to 4. No, I don't want to cancel it because I'm going to die. Dress down, very powerful. And we might as well play the last one for science. I will say a 4-color mana base, including double blue, double green, double white, and Life from the Loams and Wasteland is ambitious. Then again, we just saw Anurag playing something else very ambitious and having it pay off. I mean, Dress Down effectively owned me, so I don't know what to say beyond I needed maybe taking out the Force of Wills is where I messed up because what I lose to is not the other stuff. It's just Dress Down itself being a almost unstoppable thing. All right. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep. Okay. Bogles. So, turn 1. They play turn 1 Painter's Servant, turn 2 Grindstone kill you. Try it at least. Let's see if it works. Caracas. Are you a legend? You are a scarecrow. Swords. Okay. Problematic. Mm-hmm. Upkeep Enlightened Tutor instead of bouncing my Emery. I feel like that's just dangerous. They're going to get the first strike one. I'm sorry, they're going to get Keen Sense. I was wrong. No blocks. I did not play around Keen Sense. Okay, so Emery could say, you may play a Thought Monitor. Thought Monitor costs 3 less, which means it costs 4. Emery could put a Lotus Petal in play. Emery could put, say this, costs 1, 2, 3 less, which means it costs 4 total. Planes cut. Okay. We have main deck Force of Wills is the main reason I played it then. So we knew they drew planes, but that's not what they played. Interesting. It's like Armadillo Cloak or something. So all that would be terrible for me. Okay. One block. I don't know if you didn't know he had flying, but it's flying. Green Sun for 1. A new Glade Cover Scout. Caracas on the Emery. Okay. So currently 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found our Force of Will eventually. Okay, so end step, throw away an H2. We have Force of Will ready as needed. No attacks, I should say. Planes that we knew about. Don't mess anything up. Just play it safe. Okay. Managed to get that win. Now, Hexproof guys. I'm really not going to be able to fight Hexproof guys, but Shadow Spear does. Lantern seems less than stellar. So does Pithing Needle. I think I still want the Forces of Will. Surgical, no. So let's keep most of what we got going on. I'm not going to be able to target their creatures. So I've already got 1 in. Flusterstorm, that's not the kind of stuff they cast. I feel like Retrofitter Foundry also is not going to be timely. So it's like we'll bring in the Hydroblast for the ability to Pyroblast. And then it's just, is there anything else? Seeing the legend makes me like, okay, let's get rid of Urza. I think Emery's value up front is still good. We'll try it like that. Nope. Can't keep the no-lander. Hey, mulligan to 6-2, though. Alright, so what do we got here? Pager Servant Hydroblast is kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of Hydroblast for now, since that's, not really where we're going to do most of our damage. They'll get off to a maybe decent start. See if we can pull back in. Of course, they get the one that I could potentially target, so whatever. So this is reducing by 4, which makes this cost 3 total right now. Okay. 5. So theoretically, that's what's coming. That's what I drew. We know they drew once upon a time. I think I cash in the Boggle. If they can get lifelink is what I would worry about. So they've drawn Green Sun. Griff's Boon is dangerous. Because now it flies. They don't have Vigilance, luckily. Let them have Vigilance. One, two, three, 4, 5. That was tapped incorrectly. New Painter Servant just in case. 1, 2, 3. That is enough. We block with Thought Monitor. Sure. They could very well have Endurance. Are you dead? They could have endurance. Endurance could get a shuffle back. Force of vigor. The fact they didn't take out our flyer is interesting. Not really sure what to make of that. So that's the issue, is I needed to go to their turn. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. But they do have force of vigor. Kind of as expected, right? But all right, what do they got here? Once Upon a Time we knew about. Once Upon a Time they hit a Misty Rainforest. They still have a Green Sun Zenith. Yeah, well, we're blocking. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Urza Saga, likely not enough. All right, big bucks. Big bucks, no whammies. Yeah, we did. Which one of those might I have? So the timing is what hurt me there. Not properly waiting. So that makes me wonder, though, is resculpt worthwhile? Yeah, these feel a little garbage. Maybe resculpt is better now that Shadow Spear exists. Do we go all for it? Do I do 2 and a fluster? The only thing... Well, no, there's swords. There was swords. Swords exists. All right, final game. What do we got? I have a turn 2 Emery into nothing. That's a turn 2 Urza. Draw me a blue card. I accept. So the question here, is it better to have Urza or is it better to have an Emery? Well, you found literally nothing, so yikes. Swords. That's fine. I can race that. I currently have Hardcast Force of Will. Doesn't seem bad. They get to draw if they play something, though. Rancor. Ethereal Armor is good. That will get them large pretty quickly. And if they have a couple, then this could be problematic. Just had all the Rancors anyway. 8/8 for Striking Trampler. Big bucks. Okay. Cool. 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 Now Urza Saga can spit me out, so I can get the gosh. Well, now come on. Resculpt for the win. The fact it's trample is the trample is what is really disgusting here. Do you have another one? Well, this has been fun. Yikes. So there was some learning to be had. We beat Infect when we did some things quick, but I think the turning point against Bant was not recognizing Uro coming and not stopping it. And then against the Bogles there, I don't know what I was supposed to do against the Bogles. But against Blue Red Delver as well, I think there were some issues with my sequencing. I think I beat 12 post if I'm not a buffoon. So overall, I do appreciate you hanging out with me, even though there's nobody hanging out with me because I'm recording this offline. But you understand what I'm saying. Thank you for watching this later. I plan to write up my experiences, my ongoing stuff at swishgaming.com, or you can find us next time when we stream. Follow me over on Twitter, or check out the Discord where I put all my stuff together. I guess we'll keep working on it. Talk to you next time. Good night.